Zur told us back in Destiny 1, your traveler has a dark mirror. For years, that felt like some random speculation that the Nine had been spewing to Guardians as they speak to Zur for exotic weapons and gear. Recently though, with revelations about the Veil and the Traveler, it looks like this may have been true all along. How are these two entities connected, and what do the Nine know that they aren't telling us? The Veil was introduced to us in Lightfall. At the time, that was pretty much it. We had a name and no real meaning behind this darkness artifact. There were some tiny hints, dialogue from characters like Ghost, but the overall purpose behind this thing was heavily unknown. We knew it was an artifact of darkness. Strand was a byproduct of it, and it somehow connected with Ghost to open the portal near the Traveler. Since then though, Season of the Deep has revealed a lot. Dialogue week after week in Veil Containment and the Witness Origins cutscene. We will talk about some of that information today, not all of it. I plan to make another video on that entirely. So one thing's for sure, we know the Traveler and the Veil are similar. Ghost says it, the cutscene also says it.
That must be the Veil. It's massive. I feel a little strange. Don't know how to describe it. It almost gives me the same feeling as the Traveler. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Let's press on.
Their scholars discovered that the Gardeners shared a connection with another entity among the stars. They called it the Veil, and when they found it, they arrived to claim it. By studying the Veil, they came to know the darkness. A power that was shaped by thought and consciousness. They brought the Veil back to the Gardener in an attempt to strengthen their connection. There, they could reshape reality itself. The Gardener would not allow it. And so it fled their world. Two halves of a whole, long divided. A schism between them. Reunited. A glimpse beyond to the beginning.
One of the weeks during this season, Asa's dialogue was two halves of a whole, long divided, a schism between them, reunited, a glimpse beyond to the beginning. So not sure if this confirms these two entities are part of one artifact or work together at some point, but it is interesting. Both represent their different ideals in light and dark, but when come together create something entirely new, rewriting the universe as the Witnesses species wanted to do with them. The Traveler has mass, some type of sentience, but does not retain memory. Osiris told us light is the domain of the physical. The Traveler is all about creation.
At its root, the Traveler is a terraformer, a gardener. It generates natural life, physical transformation at a molecular scale across whole planets. This should have been our first hint. The domain of the light is the domain of the physical.
The Veil in Veil Containment is said to have no surface mass and may not be sentient at all, although it did seem to speak to Maya in her own voice. And unlike the Traveler, this thing mainly isn't physical, only has that mental capacity aspect of the darkness.
The darkness then is revealed in many facets. Dreams and nightmares, emotions, pain, memory.
It's an electromagnetic anomaly. No mass, but a tangible surface area. It's like a thesis statement to the von Neumann-Wigner hypothesis. It's definitely paracausal, like the Traveler. Maya calls it the Veil. She says she heard the name in a whisper when she looked at it. When I asked her who whispered, she said it was her own voice. I still haven't had time to process that. Everyone on the initial survey team died. The minute they touched the object, they entered a state of brain death. All of them.
You can take this a step further and even look at ghosts and poukas. Ghosts can't retain memory, but they turn what they have stored of that memory into physical guardians. Now that stored aspect is sort of a big theory that the ghosts have some backup somewhere they pull from, perhaps inside this physical realm near the Traveler. But regardless, Ghost seems to be able to access different spectrums of light. We've seen this in that Lightfall cutscene, and Ghost can also access points of darkness. Witness corrupted our ghost with this darkness, and Drifter even performed surgery of his own ghost so it can access spectrums beyond the light. So ghosts do have something fishy going on with the darkness, but it was told that they were created by the Traveler. You then have the poukas on the other side, who are all about memory as seen from Lightfall's Collector's Edition. Poukas are field therapists for the Cloud Striders. They communicate by replaying messages in their subjects' minds and can even pull memories from different timelines as seen with Elsie Bray. Elsie experienced memories from before her exo conversion and even in that dark future, much like the Guardian Joxer felt who tried to enter the portal and died. See some connections here, the Veil and the poukas. If this is the case, poukas seem to be the opposite, at least the darkness's version of ghosts. They're all about manifesting those memories connected to darkness through these physical characters. Now there is a big question with the poukas as well. Did the Veil create the poukas like the Traveler created the ghosts, or were they created by Ishtar? Maybe we'll get some more dialogue from Veil Containment in the coming weeks.
Your Traveler has a dark mirror.
So this brings us back to Xur's line. Is the dark mirror of the Traveler the Veil? Was Xur right about this back in Destiny 1? To me, it seems pretty true. I mean, just glancing at this concept, it seems like two parts that make a whole, right? Some alien artifact with the Traveler on the left and the Veil on the right. We know when the two connected in Lightfall, something happened creating this portal, so maybe in the beginning they were together. Either Bungie just gave Xur this line for fun, there was no meaning behind it back then, or the Nine know something that we don't, and maybe sitting in the background just observing as they've done many times before. Physical and minds connect. Portal forms. Physical entities like Joxer, like the Ishtar members, could not interact with the Veil or the portal because they would die. The Veil deals with consciousness and memory, seems to store it, while the Traveler physically creates. The realm we see in the final shape is the work of both. To go back in time, or to a place where the universe could be rewritten, where everything is stored, and can be shaped to the user's liking like the Witness wants to achieve in the Light and Dark Saga's final expansion. In the end, it seems the Veil is the dark mirror, the darkness version of the Traveler. It has a different purpose and meaning behind it in darkness, but also shares similarities as described and shown throughout this video. The scary part is the Nine though, they clearly know some things. Half of them wanted to search through the Guardians and the Light for the answers, while the other faction was trying to make themselves physical bodies, any means possible. We haven't heard much about the Nine recently. Bungie may have pushed them to the side, but in terms of their own agenda, it seems to be pretty important. The Nine depend on all life on these planets in our solar system for survival. If those planets disappear, so do they. So with wars going on with the Witness and its forces, it seems like they would want to make some type of move, unless they already have back in the Reckoning and are just playing things out, waiting to see what happens with the Witness if this new pocket universe is created. Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video on the Veil, the Traveler, and this dark mirror. If you'd like to see some more Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.